we're going to do another hobo. This is going to be the hobo donkey. And this one's a little bit taller because of the ears up here. This one's 5 inches by about 1.5. Okay. All right. Now we've made several hobos out of dogs. We're going to try to do a cat hobo. We're going to try to do, that's just basically putting animals in positions of human-like frailty. And please don't write me and say, well, I believe we're animals anyway. If you want to believe that, that's fine. But I don't believe I came from a monkey, so I would definitely don't cotton to that. But it's all right. What we're going to do now, we're just going to kind of make our boundary here where our now I'm outside, so you're going to hear a little noise. Okay. Now, let's draw a line down the middle of the head, first of all. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to this is going to be the front ear and this is going to be the back ear, and we'll show you how this is going to work out. This area here we're going to remove, and I'm just going to show you real quick how this is going to work. Okay, and we're just gonna kind of bring that up. All right, then we're going to come to the back here, and we're going to draw a center line, and we want to remove this over here. We want to move that area back in here, so I'm going to remove this area back in here. And let's draw this sort of like this. And let's go ahead and remove about halfway you come. Okay. See this? See that? Okay. That is, and we're just going to kind of, now these ears will come to a point. Both of these ears will come to sort of a point. Now we're going to have to remove some more wood in here, but it's just sort of like this. Okay? And let me cut that. All right. Now these are going to be his ears, okay? All right. Now let's go ahead and just bring this down a little bit. As we bring the front forward just a little bit. Sort of like that, in other words. Okay? And then we're just going to kind of bring this down a little bit in here. Now, on a donkey's face, basically it's sort of like this, in other words. It sort of comes to this type of thing. So let's take our knife and just sort of flip it as we bring this down in here. Very similar to a horse, but not exactly like a horse, in other words. Just sort of like that, see? Okay. And then sort of bring this back in here to make those ears sort of stand out like this. Kind of like that, see? And this will, of course, be brought up here like this as we remove the and we start kind of bringing those ears forward a little bit, sort of like this. Now these ears are thin. They do come to a bit of a point. But it's just to give this is just to give these ears sort of a and they do come forward. See? Do similar to this. We sort of bring it forward like that, where this ear actually, this is all going to come forward in here. Like that. Okay, now we're even going to bring this a little bit deeper. And we're going to, because this is where the eye is going to go, right in here. Just sort of like that. We'll bring all this down a little bit. In here. Okay. All right. Okay. Now let's go to the body now a little bit. And let's bring this down in here. Okay. And let's just go ahead and cut out our hand over here. And our hand here. The body's going to be very similar to all these hobos that we do. The difference will be, of course, the character that we're doing. Alright, so we just kind of sort of established that right there as far as our and let's of course do the same thing here. As far as our arm is concerned, holding the cutting the hand to fit there. I'll just take a little bit of the back off back here. All right, now we're looking rather dapper here. All right, now what's going to be here is the mouth is going to be like in here, and we're going to drop that lower lip a little bit. So we're going to take that knife and we're going to come up here, okay, And we're going to cut, just now be careful, we're going to cut back on that mouth right there. Just sort of like that. And then we're just going to kind of do that as far as the, and then we're just going to kind of do this right in here where kind of a little nose is going to come there, and we're going to drop that. We're going to make that a little bit deeper. Sort of like that. Okay. Okay, and then we're just going to kind of do that ear, start shaping that ear there. And take that ear instead of, the ears are thin on the donkey. And we'll come a little bit in here, take a little bit more out in this area in here, where it kind of see how from the side what we're looking at, in other words, right there. And then on each side of the ear, we're going to sort of do this number, where it's going to sort of cup, come forward. For instance, like that. And like that, and then we're going to cut into here. Where it sort of goes round. And we're going to I'm going to bring the top of these ears forward like this. See how I'm doing? Now this one is too, of course, too thick, so it's going to have to come down some more. Okay. Okay, let me. All right, if we kind of look at it now, all right, see what we've got here? Now let's thin this up even more along here. Like that. And then when we get to this area here, we're going to sort of make a ridge where the eyes are going to be right in here. For instance, we're going to make a little cut in here, and then we're going to make a little eyelid. Just like that, see? Kind of do this. Now, what we want to do is, in this area here, will be our, sort of draw a little area like this, in other words. That's where our nostrils will be. And I'm just going to cut on one side. I'm going to cut on another. And just bring that kind of up in there. Now, I think my time is up on my kind of, when you get in there, you really got to be careful what you're doing, because it wants to. All right, we'll come back.